Remember when cars had soul? Not just horsepower and cup holders, but character. You'd hop into a big chrome boat of a car, turn the key, and the engine would rumble like it had something to say. Back then, cars weren't just transportation. They were fashion statements, family rooms, and sometimes, rolling jukeboxes. Today, we are rewinding to the 1960s, and looking at 10 car features you just don't see anymore. Some were quirky, some were brilliant, and some, well, let's just say they were of their time. 1. Tail fins that reached for the sky. The tail fin, the crown jewel of 1960s car design. Inspired by rocket ships and fighter jets, those fins made your car look like it could blast off any second. Cadillacs, especially, had fins so high they could cast a shadow. It was style over function, and we loved it. Eventually, safety rules and changing tastes brought them down to earth. But for a while, they were the wings of the American dream. 2. Push-button transmissions. Picture this. No gear shifter, just a row of buttons on your dashboard. Press D for drive, and off you go. Chrysler rolled these out in the early 60s, thinking it'd be the wave of the future. And honestly, it felt cool, like driving a spaceship. But the system was complicated, and not everyone liked it. So, after a few years, the levers came back, and the buttons became a memory. 3. Convertible station wagons. Yep, it happened. A family wagon with a power-retractable roof. Because why shouldn't you take the kids to the grocery store with the top down? Ford's Falcon Squire made it real. Wood paneling, plenty of room, and a retractable roof to catch the breeze. It was part practical, part party trick. But all those moving parts didn't age well, and people eventually preferred a good all-hardtop. Still, it made grocery runs a lot more exciting. 4. Dashboard record players. Before Spotify, before cassettes, if you wanted tunes on the road, some cars came with actual record players built into the dashboard. No, seriously. Chrysler had the Highway Hi-Fi that played special 7-inch records while you drove. Imagine Frank Sinatra crooning through the dash while the white lines rolled by. It skipped on bumps, a lot, and it wasn't exactly cheap. But it was pure 1960s charm, because even your car had a soundtrack. 5. Swing-away steering wheels. One of the coolest tricks in a 1961 Thunderbird? The steering wheel moved out of your way when you opened the door. It swung toward the center of the car so you could step out like a movie star. It wasn't just flashy, it actually made getting in and out easier. But once airbags and tighter safety rules came in, the idea got parked for good. Still, it was a smooth touch that made you feel like the car was welcoming you in. 6. Ashtrays in every door. Back then, everybody smoked. Your dad, your teacher, even your doctor. Cars weren't just built with one ashtray. They had 4 or 5. Lighters in the dashboard, ashtrays in the back doors, even little flip-out trays in the armrests. Smoking wasn't a habit, it was part of the drive. Of course, as times changed and health awareness grew, those features quietly disappeared. Now, all that's left is a little plastic cover where the lighter used to be. 7. Chrome for days. The more chrome, the fancier the car, or at least that's how it felt in the 60s. Bumpers, mirrors, trim, hubcaps, you name it, they chromed it. Shiny, flashy, and impossible to miss in the sunlight. It was a look, for sure. But chrome was heavy, pricey, and needed lots of upkeep. Eventually, plastic took its place. Easier. Sure. But it just doesn't shine the same. 8. Front bench seats. If you ever rode up front with your whole family packed in, you know the magic of the bench seat. It was one long cushion, no console, no cup holders, just space to slide across. Perfect for piling in with friends or cuddling up on a drive-in date. As cars got safer, seat belts and center consoles made it disappear. Now, it's mostly a truck thing. But once, it was the front row seat to life. 9. Floor dimmer switches. This one's easy to miss, literally. Back then, you didn't switch your brights with your hand. You tapped your foot. A little button on the floorboard controlled the high beams. It felt old school and kind of satisfying, like playing an extra pedal in your car symphony. Eventually, it moved to the steering column. But if you drove back then, your left foot remembers. 10. Metal dashboards. Before padding, before airbags, dashboards were made of cold, painted steel. No softness. No forgiveness. Just tough metal and shiny knobs. They looked sharp and felt sturdy, but in a crash, they hit back hard. By the late 60s, padded dashboards became standard. But those old-school metal dashes? They had a bold look, and a little danger, baked right in. Clapperboard outrow. Cars today are cleaner, safer, and quieter, but something's missing, isn't it? That wild, unpredictable magic of old designs. Some features were risky, others were flat-out strange, but all of them had heart. So, which one of these do you remember, or wish would come back? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this little cruise down memory lane, give us a like, hit subscribe, and come ride with us again, right here on American Rewind.